Kemi Badenoch has been accused of putting the lives of the trans community at risk. On the other hand, she has been hailed for standing up for a nurse. If you know anyone that works in the health and social care sector, kindly ensure that they see this video because there are valuable lessons that they can learn from this story. Let's go to the beginning of this story. This story, it all started in 2023 Christmas Eve. A nurse who has given many years to the NHS. This nurse came to work that day. She worked a long shift. When she finished her shift, she went to the changing room, which is a female-only changing room, to change. When the nurse was changing, a medical doctor named Dr. Upton came in. This doctor was born a male, but he has now transitioned to female. When the doctor walked in, the nurse said, "I am not comfortable with you changing here because this is a female-only changing room." The doctor said, "I am a female because I have transitioned to a female." The nurse raised eyebrow. After all, this doctor still has male features, although he now identifies as female. After that conversation, the nurse thought everything was over. The next day, the doctor put in made an allegation against the nurse and said she has been bullied. I am using she deliberately because he has transitioned to a female, so we have to respect her for that. So the doctor made an allegation of bullying and intimidation. The next thing the nurse, Sandy C, she got a letter from her employer. Meanwhile, Sandy did not insult anyone or protest or take the issues to social media. She simply objected that she was uncomfortable being in the same changing room, a female-only changing room with a male. That single objection triggered an internal investigation. Sandy, almost overnight, she simply went from raising a concern to being treated as the accused in this matter. Sandy was told that she has to face investigation. Meanwhile, the doctor allegation against the nurse of bully, the dictionary definition of bully means seek to harm, intimidate, or coerce someone perceived as vulnerable. While the definition of intimidate means frightening or overwhelm someone, especially in order to make them to do what you want them to do. You can interpret this to yourself, but it can be argued that this doctor, by courtesy of the fact that she is transitioning, therefore she is vulnerable. Let us now look at the matters that followed after that. There was backlash after that issue. A lot of people days later, this nurse was bullied. According to her allegation, she was suspended and placed on leave. Management did not even offer this nurse any protection at all. In fact, no one in senior management even bothered to meet up with her. Her life was torn apart. Her friends vanished and avoided her. They even started calling her, "Oh, do you know she's transphobic? She hates trans people. She's transphobic." She lost a lot of her friends. Guess what? And while all this was going on, management, they started digging into this nurse. They were looking for incriminating evidence to nail her and discredit her. This is getting serious, folks. Now, the nurse said the fight back has begun. She said she is going to take this matter to court, but she relied on the Equality Act of 2010. Her claim was that sexual harassment, overprotected belief, she made claim for discrimination and victimization. Her core argument was that biological sex is real. Women deserve private space and they should not be punished for raising concern about being in a changing room with somebody who may identify as a female but still has biological features. This is getting interesting. The case went to court, and the tribunal verdict even raised more controversy. They ruled that, yes, the nurse was harassed, but dismissed her claim of discrimination, victimization. It was a misjudgment with a partial win, but a major loss for this nurse. The nurse said she's not going to give up and she's going to continue. Yeah, this story did not end there. It's going to take a new twist because the nurse said, I will fight. I haven't done anything wrong. All I did after working a long shift, I raised concern about changing in the changing room with somebody who may say I am a female, but biologically is still a male. That is all I said. I'm going to fight this to the end. Now, her supporters looked at the judgment that was issued. They looked at it very well, and they discovered quote in the judgment that was attributed to another ruling that did not even exist at all. That now put the credibility of the court into question, and the court was now in defense, right? Now, the claim that was in question, they said it was even generated by artificial intelligence, AI. The court was then forced to issue a new certificate to this lady regarding this case. Despite the correction, the final judgment remained unchanged. Now, the nurse said, and I quote, I will not give up this legal fight. She clarified that she is not a campaigner, and she had not even heard of the word gender critical before. Have you heard of the word gender critical? What does it mean? Put it in the comment section. Let me hear. Her position remained that women should not be expected to undress in front of men, especially in private spaces. That is her position. Now, you might be wondering, how does this now concern Kemi Badenoch? That is where we are leading to now. Now, Kemi Badenoch, as you have noticed, I have not been talking about Kemi lately. That's because Kemi is now acting like a grown-up politician. She's not talking about Nigerian, talking as if she is contesting, she's campaigning to become the next president of Nigeria rather than the prime minister of the UK. She is a serious politician now. That is why you hear I have not been talking about Kemi. But Kemi now came to the scene. Kemi said, and I quote, she said, pathetic. And she praised Sandy. She said her courage for standing up to this mad ideology. She said she warned that activism is overtaking institutions and women are being silenced. Do you really think that women are being silenced? I'd like to hear what your views are. She said reality must triumph over ideology, and brave women should be protected, not punished. Now, imagine if this nurse in question, she was a nurse who was recruited from overseas, maybe Africa or somewhere. And this nurse went into a changing room after 12-hour shift. While she was changing, she met somebody there, or somebody walked in who identifies as female, but still have something hanging under their legs. And the nurse, would you be comfortable changing in the changing room with somebody who still have male biological features, or would you walk away? And if this nurse decides to raise concern, what chances does she have, given that a white British nurse raised concern? Her employers did not meet with her. They went as far as digging deep, looking for debt to discredit her and to incriminate her. What chance do you think an African, Asian, or Caribbean nurse recruited from overseas has? Leave your comment in the comment section while we'll look into that. Whilst all this thing is going on, this nurse said she will continue to pursue this case. and the global implication for this judgment. She said she's not going to rest. Meanwhile, colleagues in Greek GB News, they have hailed Kemi Badenoch and said she is standing up for common sense. While some people are saying that Kemi's statement is unsympathetic to the trans community, she is insensitive and she is inflaming the situation. Let me know what your views are in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will bring more updates soon.